What's up, guys, and welcome to a new series I'm going to be starting. It's going to be the Solo Alpha series. This one is going to be basically a fully documented, I guess, Solo Alpha life, kind of life of. We're going to be doing quite a bit of things in this series. A little bit different approach than what we did for the Alpha project, which was more ISK based. But for this episode, or for this series rather, we're going to be not focusing so much on ISK, but rather than we're going to be diversifying our activities and just experimenting with a lot of different things. We're probably going to end up going exploration once we get kind of set up and get through a lot of training, and we're going to go basically straight into null, do things in low sec and everything like that. I'm going to go through this tutorial. You can skip this obviously, but one thing I do recommend that when you do start a new character like this, you can come in when you get loaded into this scene here, you can hold down Alt and X, and this will open up actually your skill queue, and it'll probably start off in this screen here. But you can go to skill catalog and you can go and get stuff kind of in there and start training. Otherwise, when you're going through the tutorial, you might forget to start training things, and you could probably spend the first 2 hours and not training anything at all. So we're going to gotta get through all this. I am running an ultra wide, so I'm going to try to pull everything into view. Once we get through the tutorial, I will be setting up my overview, how I like it.
Board the Estero now.
One thing I did in the Alpha project that I'm going to try not doing in here is I did a lot of things off record. We're going to try to, basically the idea is that if I am playing this character, it is going to be recorded and it will be part of an episode, and we'll go as far as we can. We're going to be trying to do, I'm going to stay in NPC Corp. We'll probably try to do some faction warfare stuff and everything like that.
The armor is also in need of repair.
Go ahead and get through all this.
The appropriate idiom for this situation is, we're screwed. Fortunately, the cavalry has arrived. Ships bearing air transponders are approaching our location.
It's actually pretty interesting in terms of like visuals. It looks really cool when you first get in, like space and all that debris and everything. They're doing a lot to try to, like, you know, liven up normal space, but for the most part, the, I guess, new player experience or whatever is a lot more visually appealing than the actual game.
Several thousand civilians appear to have survived the attack.
Alright, they're going to start giving me my overview stuff here and there. I'm not going to load my overview until we're kind of all through it. But I am going to take the time to kind of move this stuff around. We'll get it all completely set up whenever we're able to do stuff.
Captain, your vessel looks like it's seen better days.
It's like I really want like tactical view on, but I don't have the button to do it yet.
Commander Ferris, were you able to determine the identity of our attackers?
Negative, Aura.
We've already got quite a bit of ISK too, because I've already like started Project Discovery, which in order to do that from this point, you have to go into the settings and actually add a shortcut to open up Project Discovery, and that's going to be more of our main funding sources for a lot of our ships when we go and into low sec and things like that. I'm not. One thing I did do for Alpha Project, I'm not going to. I'm also, or the one thing I didn't do in Alpha Project that I'm not going to do in here either is fund this character at all from my main. Everything that we do is going to be derived from the activities that we're doing. So she's not going to get any help from any of the Omegas or anything like that. So I guess you could consider this like kind of attuned to like my Solo Omega, but only it's going to be Solo Alpha. And we'll also be doing like nullsec stuff. I don't think we really took the other series into nullsec really, but and starting this new series was kind of a I wanted to do things a little bit differently after we went through the Alpha Project series. So I'm hoping that this will be a little more engaging, and I'll be able to put myself in situations where I'll be able to share some kind of obscure knowledge on kind of how I would, like, I guess, do everything over again if I had to start playing completely over from scratch.
Evacuation zone. We'll be safe.
A spot well chosen.
I'm skipping through a lot of this stuff because, you know,
But our appreciation of New Eden's natural wonders will have to wait.
Captain, I could use your help. My sensors are picking up a strange signal nearby, but my forces are stretched thin defending the civilian fleet.
it's like how the how the New Prell experience go. Oh, we just approached a bunch of stuff. $342 meters a second. Slow.
Initiating scan of unidentified signal. Captain, hostiles inbound.
Whoa, hostiles.
We have to defend those unarmed civilian transports. All ships equipped for combat, form up around me.
Yeah, we get to do something other than approach. We get to orbit.
My sensors indicate that these are the same ships that attacked the cloning facility.
A little bit of a pause there.
From the pack. They're targeting those civilian ships.
We're too far away, Captain. Thankfully, our ship is equipped with a module that will boost our speed.
Heck yeah, prop mod, let's do it. I'll take care of this single frigate. You guys take care of everything else.
We're now within range. Lock your target.
How exciting.
Target lock confirmed. Time to hit them where it hurts.
It's like my shortcuts weren't working. They want you to actually click it.
That's it, Captain. Let him have it.
Should be in web range,
Another
right?
hostile ship
Yeah.
incoming. A cruiser this time. It's larger and better armed than those frigates.
We'll try to web it.
Exhilarating way to test your combat abilities.
Excuse me. They got me like locked on it. It's like we are approaching it, but they won't let me actually look at my ship. Now we can target it. What's my range on this thing? 10. I'm gonna web this motherfucker. Slow him down. Should use all things on him. There's me right there. Haha. We're gonna turn our prop mod off. We're capping ourselves out. All the things. The ECM is probably not doing anything, but the webbing is definitely helping with our tracking. We don't need the prop mod since we got them slowed down quite a bit.
Good job, Captain. You've got potential. Shit. Too battleships breaking away from the enemy fleet. They're stopping the last civilian transport from walking away. Watch your six, Captain. They're bigger and badder than anything you've fought before.
So what do they want me to do? Guess we'll orbit these two. I'm pretty sure in the new player experience we lose this Astro. We're gonna turn on prop mod just so we can sig tank a little bit. Switch to the one at 12. We're gonna web it once it's in range. Pretty sure I hit orbit. Yeah, there we go. There's no way we're gonna do any damage to this thing.
Captain, we can use electronic countermeasures, ECM, to break the battleship's lock on the civilian transport. Doing so
And that's what we're gonna do.
will be able to target only one thing: us.
We haven't actually got a successful ECM yet. Cut these guns because it's not doing anything.
There is no other way to save those civilians. They are not Capsuleers like...
That's it. The final group of civilians has escaped. You've done good, Captain.
Now they're gonna blow me up.
We're taking heavy fire, Commander Ferris. Once our ship is destroyed, the pod will soon follow. According to my calculations, our destruction is 99.99% certain.
Oh, you don't say.
These bastards have me pinned down. I won't be able to reach you in time.
You fought well today, Captain. This is a warrior's death. Luckily for you, it will not be the last.
And ship is destroyed. We got some crazy locking on that the capsule.
For you, death is not an end. It is simply the beginning of a new adventure. As always, I will see you on the other side.
Now I get my my crappy ship, which is fine.
Welcome back to the world of the living, Captain. I hope your death was not too uncomfortable.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Vesper Calatrix, Air's Vice President of Operations. Commander
I will enable your station services panel so that you may board the ship. Try not to blow this one up so quickly.
All
But
right.
if you do, you can acquire a new Corvette at any station.
I'll just get everything kind of lined up here where we want it. Jesus, let me hit the more, but oh, it's not letting me do anything. It still got me like kind of locked out, trying to lock that thing.
Your next adventure will hopefully prove less explosive. We have a lead on who attacked the cloning facility, and we want you to follow up on it. Considering your recent experience, you're the perfect pilot for the job. I've sent you a module that will help you on the next leg of your journey.
Captain.
One of my goals, once we're through all this tutorial, we're going to be going into the career mission agents,
Item hanger.
and that is going to be kind of our main activity until we get all those complete.
Has given us. A mining laser upgrade.
Oh, you don't say.
Obvious choice, Miss Calatrix. How will a mining module help our investigation?
One of our agents in the field has intercepted a strange signal at one of our mining sites, but we're having trouble locating its source. We want you to investigate the signal, but if we're being watched, and I suspect we are, we don't want anyone to know we're onto them.
Duly noted, Miss Calatrix. Captain, you can fit the module to your ship by access. Let's fit your new module in a free slot.
So weird.
Now, bring the module online. It appears you do not currently possess the skill necessary to use this module. Hardly surprising. You still have much to learn. Please direct your attention to the icon on the display that I have highlighted. You can add the missing skill.
It's going to be at the very bottom of my queue. We're going to have to bring that all the... Oh, they wiped my queue? That's not good.
As they serve as the primary measurement of one's growth.
Oh well. We'll get it all back in there.
Most formidable indeed. Training a new skill takes time, as the neural pathways of your brain are rewired. Now, all you have to do is confirm the skill training complete.
I should point out that you can train skills while doing other things. It's a good strategy.
So I guess my advice earlier about like, you know, getting all your skill in your queue, like, you know, up while you're doing the tutorial, doesn't really work because they're just going to wipe it anyway. We'll get that turned on.
I've sent the air skill plan to your AI. Normally, you would have received it as part of your capsular training program starter package.
We're going to be focusing on this stuff as well.
To say the least.
But anything I can keep in the reward window, we're going to keep in the reward window. Just keep us from actually having to move stuff around when we decide to like move to a different area. Alright, now it wants me to go and do a skill plan here.
Miss Calatrix's advice is sound. The more skills you acquire, the stronger you'll be. As you continue to grow as a capsuleer, you can adjust your skill acquisition to achieve your desired
We're just going to be
goals.
placating this tutorial. Once we're through it, we're going to just queue everything else that we want. Look at that, 4 unallocated skill points. That's legit.
Looks like you're ready to roll, Captain. Our agent will rendezvous with you at the mining site.
Miss Calatrix is right. Time is of the essence.
Skip.
I suspect some
Go and undock here. Another thing too is we have the 1 million skill points here from using our referral code, but it has no expiration date on it. So what we're going to be doing is any skill points from daily login rewards or from career points or anything like that, we're going to keep in the window there. That way we can train up to 5.5 million passively with the with alpha status. And then once we actually hit the point where we can't passively train anymore, then we'll basically have all those skill points in the reward window to kind of like just give us a nice little surge there on the back end. We're also not going to use alpha injectors until we're actually past the point of passive training as well.
Let us make haste and walk to the site immediately. Warp drive active.
Some of the stuff is off screen for you guys, but what I'll do is we're going to get through as much of this as I can in this episode, and then by episode 2 I'll have my overview all set up, and you know, we'll really kind of start the grind. I'll probably record this series in just a regular I'll bring you down to just a regular 1920 by 1080 resolution, just so you can see kind of everything on the screen. Pretty cool how they had the Athnor up there in all those rocks.
The mining operation is rather impressive for such a young corporation. They must be remarkably well funded. It is little wonder that Miss Calatrix would suspect espionage.
Ooh, orca.
Further speculation will have to wait. We're being hailed by that orca.
You must be the fresh meat Vesper told me to expect. Elias Pelton's a name, mining's a game.
We're here to assist in any way we can with locating the source of the unusual signal you've intercepted.
Unusual's one way of putting it. Pain in my ass is another. The signal's bouncing around these asteroids like a Fetto hopped up on a bad booster. Can't get a lock on its...
Miss
Skip.
has outfitted us with a mining laser upgrade. That
Best way to blend in is by getting your hands dirty with the crew. Some miners fly solo, but a project this big isn't exactly a one-man show. Sometimes the only way to get shit done is with a fleet. I bet this is the first time you mined with a crew. No offense or anything, you've just got that shiny new...
if your competence matches your confidence, we are in good hands
All
indeed.
right, let's go and target and approach.
Please, call me Elias. Mr. Pelton...
The range on this thing, 10 kilometers.
Man specifically. Miserable son of a bitch. Just about spat in my face when I left his crusty old Caldari corp to make my own way.
Sincerest apologies, Elias. Our first name basis...
Damn salty
represents
miners, even the NPCs.
Good. I like to keep things informal here. Keeps morale up. This crew's full of people like me, following the siren song of sweet, sweet independence. Doesn't hurt that the money is good, too.
Where's my orbit set at? 1,000.
Captain, we're now within range of the asteroid. We should stop here.
I just use control space to stop my ship. You can just hit that minus button.
There's something spectacular about a fresh asteroid, isn't there? Play your cards right and that giant hunk of rock becomes a giant pile of riches.
You can view your very own pile of rocks, as Elias puts it, in your cargo hold.
It might not look like much, but that's not just a pile of ore. It's a pile of possibilities.
Yeah, a whole 5,200 is worth.
The choice is yours. Now, time to quit ogling your inventory. This asteroid's almost dry.
I don't even remember how long the tutorial is. I'm pretty sure it's not that involved.
The asteroid is depleted.
Turn that prop mod off.
Resources is one of the best ways to earn money in New Eden. And if you're gonna make it as a capsuleer, the one thing you gotta know is that money is king. Hell, with enough ISK, you'll be able to buy yourself a sweet ride like that Venture over there.
Oh man, that sweet Venture.
That's one down. And now, on to the next. Follow me, Captain, and stick close. This asteroid field can be a bitch.
Coming in hot. I don't remember if we have to like mine these 3 asteroids for this mission or not, but it's pretty chill, you know. We got some skills training. We're gonna use our 4 unallocated skill points to save us 1 minute. Got it. We'll probably get we might actually focus on these different air skill plans, and then once we're through all that, we'll probably just
Close enough to target the asteroid.
get our
Once
own
it's
situation
targeted,
going.
Lock on.
Just like that last asteroid.
Essentially going to be doing exploration here at the beginning. We're going to Null and do some exploration as early as
like you're a
possible.
natural at
That's
this.
going to be the goal.
Keep it up, and Vesper will be offering you my job soon.
Elias, are there any words of wisdom you find particularly valuable for new miners?
Oh man, where to start? First off, you gotta know the difference between raw ore and refined minerals. What we're doing right now is mining ore in its raw state. For someone just learning the ropes, selling that ore is the quickest way to make ISK. But you can also reprocess ore into minerals. Take tritanium, for example. You can't find that stuff in the wild. You've got to get your hands on some raw ore, like feldspar, and then refine it into tritanium.
Good old
You can sell those
Feldspar.
minerals or use them to build your own ships or equipment. You can find refineries at most stations. Experienced miners get way more efficient yields from their ore, so that's something you can work towards.
They definitely added a lot more to this
Another
since I did it the first time.
You better close in on that rock, then.
See, back when I started playing originally, they didn't have this whole like the tutorial or anything like that. It was pretty they just kind of threw you into the fire for the most part. I mean, you still had like career agents, but even those were not that in depth and everything. But I think the career path is going to help us a lot. We're going to try to go through and get as much of these skill points as possible. We're also just, like I said, we're going to just try to hold as many skill points in our reward window as we can as well, just to kind of give ourselves. I would like to get to like the 5.5 and then potentially try to like push, like boost up to like 8 mil once we're at that point. Let's go ahead and orbit this, or we can just run right into it. Whatever works. It's like wanting me to stop my ship completely. No orbiting. Not this rock.
Just like that. We can whittle away at this asteroid without damaging whatever's broadcasting that signal.
I have to redo my bar on the side and everything too. Look at that, we've already mined 28k.
Holy shit. I think we just found what we're looking for.
The signal source appears to be that wrecked. The fact that the wreck is isolated.
Well, we're not going to get any solid answers all the way over here.
Yep, so now we get to go loot it. See what's inside. Alright. Slowly moving. We'll go ahead and give the loot command. So once we're in range, we can go and open it up.
The signal is strongest in the vicinity of the Dramiel's cargo hold.
Well, let's open up the cargo hold then.
I do love the feeling of striking gold.
It appears to be a black box, a device designed to survive the destruction of the vessel carrying it. Such boxes can be used to record vital flight data, but also to store valuable items.
That's nice and all, but can you open it?
Negative, Elias. Captain, the box is protected by multiple layers of encryption. While it's theoretically possible to...
Don't think it's safe to crack it open here anyway. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I'm
One
actually-
scanned ship might mean they got friends lurking nearby. If we could trace...
Elias is correct,
Who
Captain.
wants to dock
The
now?
box may
Yeah.
contain the answers we need to discover why those unidentified ships attacked the cloning facility. And
Align
why one was
first,
spying
then
on this
dock.
mining site.
I don't want you out there alone. I'll send some of my best pilots back with you. Safety in numbers and all that.
Ah, fleet warp.
Wisely stated, Elias.
Once we get through this tutorial, we'll pick up
Most welcome.
quite a bit of speed.
I do what I can.
I just like going through this every time, just to like see what they've added, because they're always tweaking, they're always messing with this new player experience.
I bet whoever sent that scout ship will be real salty that we got our hands on it. Stay sharp, Captain.
Let's dock at the station. I'm certain Vesper is more than eager to see what we've found.
Jesus, the amount of like stuff in like overview and like the stuff sub menus they've turned off is kind of annoying. Can we lock this yet? Nope.
Welcome back, Captain. Elias tells me you've brought a gift.
Indeed we have, Miss Calatrix. And this gift comes wrapped in...
I'll pass that box along to our expert hackers, if they can't crack it open. Elias
Burn through all
also
this.
informs me that you're carrying a fair amount of ore. We can take that off your hand.
Captain, open your ship's cargo. In order to sell the ore, you must first transfer it from... Now, let's switch over to the item hanger. Select the ore to see what you can do with it. In this instance, we want to sell it to Miss Calatrix. Nearly done.
That's a nice haul you've got there.
Man, look at that. We got 500,000 ISK.
I think you'll find I've been...
In your wallet, you can view the total balance of ISK in your possession. Your recent market transactions will show you how much ISK you... The highlighted entry shows how much money you received from Air in exchange for the ore.
Cool
The
story.
wallet offers a wealth of information. It provides a convenient location to view your recent transactions, track your market history, or audit your accounts. Whenever an item is sold in New Eden, a tax is applied to that sale. Once you've finished
Next.
gazing at your newfound riches, close your wallet and inventory.
Captain, I trust you'll keep quiet about the Rex Scout.
Now we're up to 800k.
So long as whoever was spying
The only thing that
on us
sucks about
doesn't
like
realize
staying
we
in like an NPC corp is going to be like the tax rate for the
As
most
good as
part,
they are,
but it'll be
take some
fine.
time for my team to hack
It's not that much anyway. It's like 11% or something.
You might as well
Miss Calatrix is right, Captain. In the agency, you'll be able to peruse a variety of activities. If mining tickled your fancy, as the saying goes, as you can see, there are
Elias spoke highly of your...
I suggest you take a moment to familiarize yourself with what each
So these are
career
going to be
agent
the
has to
career
offer.
agents that we're going to be doing
They
all of their
specialize
missions
in
for,
various forms of combat, industry,
because we're going to get quite a bit of items and ISK and stuff like that from completing them, and it'll go pretty far on our CP generation.
a career agent who can help you walk it. You can even explore
We're gonna
multiple paths
do
if you wish. Once you've chosen an agent, now let's close the agent.
industrialist, I think.
There is one last question.
Our investigation is still in the early stages, but I have two theories. A more worrying possibility is that someone is trying to
Get
stop
on
us
with
from
it.
pursuing our research. While Air takes pride.
Much appreciated, Miss Calatrix. I await any and all updates with Captain when you're ready. We can undock and begin the next.
All right, we're going to go and travel to that agent space. We'll do the industrialist first, and then we'll just kind of go in no particular order. Our goal is going to be to complete all 4 career agents. So,
After that rousing introduction to New Eden, it's nice to be in space without the threat of imminent peril. Though this is New Eden, peril often approaches when you least expect it.
this is a 2 jump to this area, so you get local up here. Oh, they won't let me bring local up.
Initiate jump sequence. I don't mean to unsettle you, Captain. You've already proven yourself capable in battle. I'm certain you can handle whatever New Eden throws your way. And if you cannot, at least you are immortal. You can be reborn into a new clone body to try again. I believe this is what humans call optimism.
We'll probably end this episode when we complete this tutorial, because I want to kind of now have episode 2
Skill training complete.
go for all of one of the career agents or whatever. And I'm going to be kind of like micromanaging this a little bit too. We're going to try to decide what we want to go into first. We're probably going to be like leaning a lot into like the scanning skills to try to get that stuff out of the way, because we're going to be wanting to go to Null pretty soon after finishing our career missions. And we'll also be kind of actively, like I said, we're going to be actively going through all these categories here for all the rewards and the skill points and stuff like that. So a lot of that's going to dictate our early
Time
gameplay.
to land, Captain.
Go and get docked up in here. This should be the conclusion of the tutorial, I'm pretty sure. So about to find out, and that'll give me a chance to actually get my overview all kind of situated and all that for episode 2. Should need to get into a better ship. Go and get docked up here. I love the variances of the different NPC stations that they've got now. It's pretty interesting.
Skill training completed. To contact a career agent, you must first access the agency.
I had like an hour left on that skill, but they like auto completed it. Let's see. We're gonna be doing industrialist, so let's see. I guess it doesn't actually really matter. Trading as entrepreneur. I think we're going to want producer. I am not going to track it. We'll kind of see. I mean, since we're doing industrialist, we'll kind of probably customize this a little bit because we're going to get all those air skill plans done regardless. So.
Well remembered, Captain. I knew you would be quick to learn. Now don't be shy. Begin a conversation with an agent. I'm sure they will love you. And if they don't, they will simply... Your choice of career agent will not limit you in
I wish they would update all the mission agents like this.
multiple agents.
I'm going to accept that.
Let's tidy up our display, shall we?
Close
Closely
that.
aimed details regarding the mission you accepted from the career agent are displayed on the info panel.
We're going to take this civilian miner off. They even let me.
Here, you can view the mission briefing, objectives, and rewards. Should you ever need to be reminded of any of those details, you can always check the info panel. I must say, Captain, you've handled yourself remarkably well. Though there are thousands of copies of Aura now, it's time for you to venture out into the stars.
Venture out.
Go forth.
No pun intended.
And show New Eden what you are.
Alright. Got everything unlocked now. I'll lock this where it's at. Enable compact mode. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit wider. Because I usually like to utilize this space for inventory and things like that. Get all these chat channels, kind of how I like to do them. Font size, member list, blah blah blah. Da, da, da. They moved around so much stuff. Need member list, there it is. I want to show compact member list. I usually bring that all the way to the edge too. So this is usually how it's displayed. I'll do the same thing with Corp. And rookie chat I'm not gonna worry about because that's gonna literally just annoy the shit out of me for like the first 30 days. There we go. We gotta find out a place to move it. Make sure that's all good to go. Oh my gosh, what is that noise? Thank you. Put the miner one on. Closing a lot of this stuff. Oh, is that ISK reward? Like the first 2 hours you play, you get, you know, ISK. So that's what that beeping was. That a very obnoxious beeping. But anyway, we're gonna pick up this is gonna be it for episode 1, and then once we get into episode 2, we're gonna be doing just career missions, and I'll have my overview and all that stuff kind of situated. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.